Hall & Oates member John Oates confesses he's moved on from band amid legal battle with Daryl Hall. Hall sued Oates in Nashville, Tennessee, in November. Hall & Oates bandmate John Oates is moving forward. The member of the pop-rock band said he's putting the past behind him despite his ongoing legal battle with singer Daryl Hall. You can't ignore the fact that the Hall & Oates catalog of hits and the 50-year career will always trump almost anything that Daryl does on his own, or I do on my own, which is okay because I'm very proud of that music, he shared on the Behind the Velvet Rope podcast. I'm really proud of what Daryl and I created together. I think we made music that will stand the test of time. A legal battle began on November 16 between the music duo when Hall sued Oates in Nashville, Tennessee. The lawsuit is sealed by court order but is listed under the category of contract/debt. The temporary restraining order was granted November 24. Meanwhile, Oates said he's moved on from the legal troubles. I don't like to live in the past, Oates added. When asked if there was a specific song that Oates would not prefer to perform again, he answered, "To be honest with you, I am not really touring with Daryl these days. I'm doing solo shows and I'm really glad I can play new music now because it feels like a breath of fresh air for me. I have moved on. It's just a matter of living in my present," he confessed. The two men formed Hall & Oates in the 1970s, and while they've never officially broken up, both Hall and Oates have carried on with solo careers for years. While the band's success skyrocketed, Oates recalled how intense the experience was at the peak of their music career and said he had no time for reflection. "It was a lot of business demands, a lot of heavy demands. Daryl and I were at the top of the pop world. We had #1 record after #1 record. We were traveling around the world constantly. Everyone thinks that was probably the high point of my life, but to be honest with you, it actually wasn't my favorite time," he shared. Amid the ongoing lawsuit, a judge's ruling will keep a planned business sale on hold while bandmates Hall and Oates work out an agreement. A temporary injunction in a lawsuit filed by Hall blocks Oates from selling his share of Whole Oates Enterprises until an arbitrator weighs in, or February 17. While Hall and Oates did not appear in court late November, lawyers argued on their behalf over Oates' decision to sell half of his share in Whole Oates Enterprises to Primary Wave Music. The sale has been paused while an arbitrator settles the dispute between the members of the rock duo. Hall has accused Oates of the ultimate partnership betrayal in court documents, saying his bandmate attempted to sell his share of a joint business venture without permission from Hall. The joint venture includes Hall and Oates trademarks, personal name and likeness rights, record royalty income, and website and social media assets, according to a court declaration by Hall. After attempting to begin arbitration on November 9, Hall filed a separate lawsuit and requested a temporary restraining order to keep Oates from selling his share in Whole Oates Enterprises. The business venture is managed by both musicians. The temporary restraining order, granted November 17, prohibits Oates from selling his share to Primary Wave Music before an arbitrator weighs in or until the temporary restraining order expires, according to court documents obtained by SSN 24 News Digital. An arbitrator has since been chosen to settle the dispute, lawyers for both musicians previously said in court.